Hello. How's everybody out there doing tonight? Hope you all are having a fine evening. I am back in town, back to stream again. Hopefully to have some fun playing on the beta, because that's what we're doing tonight. We're doing some beta keys, gonna be testing out some more Prot Warrior stuff. Hey everybody. We are getting a group together here. Going for, we're going to try a +10 tonight. We're going to start with a Mystic Tune Aside +10. I feel pretty good about this dungeon. See what kind of group we can get together. Hopefully things don't crash and burn too terribly. But I'm excited to be back. Excited to be streaming again. Get teleported over. I'm excited to be playing some Prot Warrior tonight. I don't think we want to do double rogue, so we'll see if we can get like a DK or something for that last spot. Trying to synergize to some degree. We've got a Resto Shaman, we've got an Evoker of some sort, and then a rogue to start with. How is everyone out there? Hope you all had a great weekend. We had a pretty good weekend. Spend some time down, spend some time with family. We got a Jambo Paladin. Yeah, let's grab this guy. Hope you all are doing well. I guess the weekend is over for all of us. We are we are into the normal week. But tonight we game. I'm gonna try out Colossus in Mystic Tune Aside here. I feel like there's a lot of really good opportunities to get good damage out of Demolish in this place, so I wanna give that a go. Like, every boss has a phase where you either like need to quickly burst it down or you get some sort of a damage amp. So I feel like this is a pretty high value dungeon to try out Colossus in, if my theory is correct there. We'll be diving right in momentarily. Affixes for this dungeon will be Voidbound, Tyrannical, Challenger's Peril, and Fortified. I don't know if I've tested Voidbound. I don't remember what all the different Xal'atath's bargain affixes are called. I think Voidbound is the one where she summons an emissary that's kind of annoying to keep on the tank initially. But we'll see how that goes. Obviously we have Tyrannical and Fortified because we're doing a +10 here. That was a very loud ready check. But everybody's ready. And then we have Challenger's Peril, so every death will be 15 seconds off the timer instead of the usual 5. So we will see how that goes.
3, 2, 1.
Of course, the item scaling is a little bit higher in this level dungeon. Now it scales to 610 for a +10. I thought they made it so anyone could do that. I guess they didn't. Okay, well, no problem.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
Got crunched a little bit on the start of that back, but stabilized pretty quickly.
Shockwave. Shockwave. Shockwave.
We'll stand in this spear link here.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
Should be able to shroud past the second pack here, so that'll be nice. Welcome to everyone who's watching, tuning in, hanging out. Really appreciate all you guys. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Monday. Whatever that looks like to you. Alright, I'm going to save Demolish for the next pack. Should be able to shroud through here. Are we going to shroud? Oh, he sapped it. Perfect. So I can just mount and run past then. Don't even need a shroud. Just sap.
Interrupt.
Well, the big Demolish on pull for the next pack. The damage you can do with this build is kind of unreal. Like, we do have an Aug Evoker, but I'm doing 940k overall so far. Like, that's just wild.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
We lost our rogue, unfortunately. He should be able to get back to us with stealth, so won't be too big of a deal.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Kill this off and go straight into the boss. I guess they want to go in right away. I guess that makes sense. Because it doesn't really matter that much if they get a few seconds of the buff. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and send Demolish into the tree here. And then we might be able to get it back up during the first buff phase, because this is tyrannical.
Interrupt. Shockwave.
In fact, I don't think we'll have any problem getting it up during that phase, if not before it.
AOE incoming. Watch your step.
We'll throw out a commanding shot here, try and help our healer out a little bit.
Fear incoming.
And I will just go ahead and immune the fear.
Interrupt. Shockwave. Watch your feet.
Come on. We really got to get this guy down here.
Watch your step. Interrupt.
Hey, how's it going, Soul? Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for coming by and hang out tonight. Just working on some beta keys.
Shockwave.
You got anything going on tonight? No, I don't have a kick for that, unfortunately.
Interrupt. Shockwave. Fear incoming. AOE incoming. Watch your step. Interrupt. Shockwave.
Pretty good. Glad to hear it.
Watch your step.
There we go. God, demolish it so hard. I love it.
Interrupt.
I don't know if we should focus.
Shockwave. Watch your step. Interrupt. Shockwave. Fear incoming. AOE incoming.
Yeah, we should have been focusing the big guy.
Watch your step.
Hey, Chroma Deer, how's it going? Good morning to you. It's late evening for me, but I hope you're having a great morning so far. Hey, how's it going, Turks?
Watch your step. Fear incoming.
Oh, that's not great.
Shockwave. Interrupt.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
Watch your feet. Watch your step.
Oh, we got a void emissary now too. Oh dear, this is a disaster.
Watch your feet. Shockwave.
Can't sleep. It's too hot in Germany. Oh, sorry to hear that.
Watch Watch your step.
Oh, that was close. We'll see if the group stays together after that. Gotta wait for this pat here, as we can go by it this way. I think our paladin may have gone offline. Oh, there he is. That was a pretty brutal fight. Have I played Druid Tank in Beta 2? I have. It's been a little while. Yeah, earlier in the beta I was kind of playing all the tanks. But narrowed down my choice of main to Prot Warrior, so been trying to put in some good work on that. Hey, how's it going, Christopher? Time flies. Next Thursday, it's a big day. Yeah, it's coming up real fast.
Interrupt.
It's hard to believe the War Within is only like 9 days away. At least early access.
Watch your step. Watch your feet.
3 more characters done with the remix. Nice, Terex.
Shockwave.
Yeah, you mentioned you were like leveling all of the allied races, right?
AOE incoming.
Get all the armor sets for them. That's a really good way to do it, I think, right?
Interrupt. Interrupt.
Because you get a lot faster leveling during
Shockwave.
remix.
Watch your step.
There we go.
Interrupt.
That took a while. Do 1 in an hour? That's insane. Do I think Druid is okay after the nerfs, or is it Moonbear is hard nerfed? I think it's still going to be fine. It probably is not like as strong as it was before, but
Interrupt.
I mean, last time I did dungeons on
Shockwave.
Bear using the Lunar build, Moonfire was like almost 40% of my damage, which is a bit ridiculous. And I think they wanted to kind of push you away from using Moonfire in
Shockwave.
as like your only
Watch your
filler
step.
ability, right? That way you'd be hitting swipe at least some of the time, which you just weren't. You were just hitting Moonfire anytime you would have hit swipe. So, I understand the nerfs.
Shockwave.
And they didn't make it less tanky, which I think is one of the strengths that Druid had.
Watch your step.
It's true, Moonfire is your main spell, but I think they want to push you away from like
Fear incoming.
only having a 3-button rotation, right? Because like your main rotation in that scenario would be,
Shockwave.
we got to stand outside of that. Would just be like Thrash on cooldown, Mangle on cooldown, and then Moonfire forever.
Watch
Which,
your step.
like, Bear's not supposed to be the hardest tank, but that's a little much, I think. Alright, we're gonna go back the other way this time. Fortunately, we did not get a demolish off during that
Shockwave.
phase. So our 1-button macro bear without nerfs.
Watch your step. Interrupt. Shockwave.
Oh, we lost a rogue there, that's not good.
AOE incoming. Watch your step. Fear incoming.
Do both sides if I need transmog or else. I mean, the only class that I don't have at level 70 is Hunter. I'm not too big on transmog farming. I mean, I'll do some stuff, but it's like pretty low on my priorities.
Watch your step.
This is Colossus. How's it going? 25 seconds. Yeah, I have a theory that Colossus is going to be better in some dungeons, particularly where you have a phase like this where something takes more damage. Like every boss in this dungeon, I feel like Colossus could be very, very strong. So I wanted to test that out and give it a whirl. What's my favorite tank class? Right now, Prot Warrior, and it's not particularly close. I've mainly been playing Mountain Thane because it's super fun and engaging, and I love the visual feedback, but I want to do some more testing on Colossus because I liked it when I initially tested it. I just haven't put in much on it for a while. Alright, Ingram Malik down. Cool, I can activate this. Alright, she went that way. I think I need to remember to use Demo Shout and Avatar before I hit Colossus. It's a lot of lost damage there. I'm still getting used to the playstyle of this build though. I think I'm gonna make a video tonight after stream talking about both of the hero talents. Having a dungeon under my belt recently as Colossus will be really helpful for that. So stay tuned for that on the channel. I have to say, this is a 10 and Warrior's feeling really good right now.
Interrupt.
When you have skill-based transmog, it's hard to find anything else. That's true. That's true. If I didn't have like challenge mode and mage tower stuff, I'd probably be more interested in transmog. I do not feel like the value of that stuff is diminished by the amount of people that just like bought it either. Like, I know that I worked for it and that's why I like it. I don't care what other people think about it. Oh, this is beautiful. Healer's doing the maze as we go through. Love to see that. Did we figure it out? I don't know if we figured this one out. Go away, Miss Scholar.
Watch your step. Pull ads out. Watch your step.
I'll dodge the breath here.
Watch your step. Pull ads out. Watch your step.
God, I love this ability. Demolish it so hard. This is wonderful.
Watch your step.
It's a little dangerous to use though. It's got a little bit of
Pull
the
ads out.
like Fear Laugh flavor because you can't move your character while you're channeling it. They say it's this one. So there's some potential for it to be a little bit of a troll ability to use, but you just gotta be careful, mindful of where you are. Oh, 1.5 million execute crit there. That feels good.
Interrupt.
Alright, this should be the last one, I think. That's not a good thing to get rooted in. That was kind of bad positioning, getting that whole side of the room cut off there. Could have done better on that. It's got to be boss next, right? We have to kill the stupid void emissary before we can go through. Alright, now I think there's going to be big value on boss here, because we should be able to use this at least once on every ad.
Interrupt.
Came in a compliment on your mage shell foil. I've used mine every day since Legion. Nice. It is one of my favorite transmog options they've ever added. I love it.
Stay away from lines. Interrupt.
Congrats on yours. We got a guessing game now. I do not know what our rogue keeps dying to.
Interrupt.
That was almost disastrous. I guess it's just the empty one over here.
Stay away from lines.
Okay, I did not get demolished back up in time for this one, unfortunately. Well, not yet. Still might. Looks like we did.
Interrupt. Stay away from lines.
Lost our evoker too. Oh boy. Thank you, you two. I think it was hard enough to farm. Not too insane. Your end expansion was still not easy. Yeah, it was a challenge even with like Antor's gear. Honestly, like the biggest thing was it was difficult to just like manage the fight and stay on the platform. And like gear did make it so that you could deal with the ads a lot easier. You could just damage through the fight a lot easier, but like still there was so much to track in that challenge.
Interrupt. Stay away from lines. Stay away from lines. Interrupt. Stay away from lines.
The stacks from the first guy that reduce your max HP. Yeah, that was brutal.
Interrupt.
Yeah, I did for the tanks I did it on Warrior, Druid, Demon Hunter. I tried to do it on Monk for so long, but I was just not very good at Brewmaster at like that point. Like I put in like 30 or 40 tries on Monk and then I just stopped caring.
Stay away from lines.
Let's see, it is the flower.
Stay away from lines. Interrupt.
Ah,
Stay away from lines.
hate the patty cake because I was trying to do too much. Yeah, Paladin leaves the group. Not too surprising. Thanks I did Blood, Bear, and Monk. Don't think I did DH. DH had the easiest way to deal with the knockback, at least. Because you could just glide and then like you didn't have to worry about it at all. Those are some long boss fights. I'm just gonna leave the party. Yeah, DK I didn't even try. I guess you could just Death's Advance to stop the knockback on DK. I did do it on No, never mind. I did the unholy one for DK to get the armor set. Alright, I'm gonna run this one back. Let me get another +10 scroll. Hey, the dead joke. Yeah, I don't remember what DK had in his toolkit in Legion. Sorry if Death's Advance wasn't a thing yet. This is a classic. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? The food is great, but there's just no atmosphere. For those new to the stream, I have a Twitch channel, Points Redemption, to have me read a dad joke from my list of many, many dad jokes. So, you're welcome. And if that's not your cup of tea, well, my wife says too bad. Alright, let's reset instances so we don't have any teleporting shenanigans here. Pro tip, pop those during raids. Yeah, if they get popped during raids, then the entire raid has to hear the dad joke. It's pretty great. Read it over Discord and everything. Alright, so we need a healer, and we need a bloodlust. Let's see what we can get here. Look at this mage. It's only a 5 necrotic wake on this character, but I don't know how reliable that is on the beta. Let's see, I want to get the healer first in case there's like healer out there queuing up with a friend. I do like shamans though. I do like shamans. Let's get this shaman. Should be a pumping group here. Show my mog. So this is on the beta, so the transmog you have is pretty limited. This is like the elite PvP set for season 1 of War Within. You can get it for free at like the vendors. But the access that you have to your like live transmog on beta is very, very limited. In fact, it's basically non-existent. Like if you go to appearances, it's like you have nothing. At least on the level 80 pre-made server. Yeah, I like the set a lot. It's making me want to do a little bit of PvP to try and get it. I think the raid version is kind of cool too. It's like more purpley. Heroic is kind of eh. But the PvP colorings are pretty cool. The elite one is awesome. 1800 is not too hard, right? It's been a while since I ate 1800, but I have done it before when I was really motivated by an armor set, so maybe we'll have to do that next season. Oh, we missed a healer there. Got my live transmog. You can see it on thumbnails and stuff. It's the double mage tower warrior look. Warrior priest 2s, we can definitely hit 1800. Yeah, I would love to do that, honestly. The only class I've hit 1800 in arenas on was warrior. I did that in BFA season 1 because I was playing Alliance at the time, and that mog set was awesome. Like the kind of like faded gold and silver line shoulder set. I still use that on some of my Alliance characters, but I don't play Alliance very often anymore, so. And then I did it on Shadowlands on a couple of characters, because that was like, but I did it in RBGs on Warlock and Druid, because I was playing those characters during Season 1, and it was like a really good way to get PvE gear in Shadowlands. Alright, just waiting on a healer. Okay, I want to see kind of my damage breakdown in that dungeon. So we had a ton of damage from Revenge. We'll talk about that in the hero tree, because there's a bunch of buffs that you get to Revenge from the Colossus tree. And then Demolish was huge. Had a hit for 5 million. A normal non-crit hit for 5 million. If that happens, we should co-stream it. I'll stream your POV through on yours. That'd be sweet. Yeah, I'd be down for that. To figure out how to set that up, but it'd be pretty fun. Yeah, so you get straight up 5% more damage per target hit for Revenge. 20% more damage on Revenge and Shield Slam. And then... oh yeah, Colossal Might gives you 10% revenge damage per stack. So basically, the way this tree kind of works is you have Demolish, and once you use Demolish, you start building up stacks of Colossus Might, or Colossal Might. You do that with Shield Slam, Execute, and if Revenge hits 3 targets, it builds one up. Then each stack of that gives 10% damage to Revenge, and you can get 10 stacks. Once you get to 10 stacks, so the other benefit of this is it increases the damage of your next Demolish, stacking up to 10 times. Once you get to 10 stacks, you get a cooldown reduction on Demolish. So, I don't know, this tree is really, really cool. I think it's very well designed, and Demolish is a very satisfying button to push. Is that a Frost or an Holy DK in this group? I think he's Frost. Or they, I should say. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like Frost. Dual-wield Frost. Which Frost is pumping right now, so should help us hopefully get through this dungeon this time. Of course, we need a healer before we can do any of that. Yeah, I'm really enjoying both hero trees for here, we'll take the shaman. No point in waiting longer. Hey Abby, how's it going? Hope you're having a good night. Ooh, we have a night elf too, so we can do the shortcut here. Going good? Just finished Jedi Survivor? Nice. Great game. I've not actually played that game, but I don't think I've played a Star Wars game that I didn't enjoy. So I remember seeing the trailer for Jedi Survivor and thinking it looks awesome. Right, waiting for our pair of shamans to get here. Did I play Fallen Order? No, I have not played Fallen Order either. It's been a while since I played a Star Wars game, I have to admit. I played a ton of them, like, as a kid in the 90s and early 2000s. Let's re-flask here. Wait. What do you mean a more powerful? Jedi Outcast. Yeah, I played Jedi Outcast. I played Jedi Academy. I played like all of the Dark Forces series. Those are some really fun games. I played like X-Wing and TIE Fighter. This is going way back. I played, I think it was Rogue Squadron on N64. And then the follow-up, I don't remember what the sequel on Gamecast or GameCube was called, but played all of those. Yeah, I haven't played a ton of non-WoW games over the last, since WoW released. The big one that I played last year was Baldur's Gate 3, and I loved that game. Galactic Battlegrounds, it was a Star Wars RTS. I feel like I played that, but maybe not. There we go. Made it through. Just running into a wall here. Alright. Let's drop spear so these guys don't run away. I like how that guy got hit by shockwave over there. That was weird. Oh, we lost our warlock at the end of that pull.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
Really could use a dispel. Reflected one of the soul splits. Just slam this to kill the Void Emissary. Does our Warlock know the gateway skip? Nice. Kind of assume someone doing a +10 on the beta knows the gateway skip. But I don't know, it's not always the best thing to assume, as they say. Hopefully we reflect. Nope, we did not reflect the soul split. That's not good. I'm out of buttons too. Now we're gonna reset the DK left the dungeon. Not too surprising there. Let's make the key a level 10 again. I don't know, we don't need double warlock. This guy's at least done some keys on his DK here. We're playing on the beta, so of course it's more about testing things out rather than trying to like push high or get score on all these keys. Would be nice to complete one though. I just need our warlock to step in and then we'll be ready to go here. That ready check sound is so loud. I don't know if it's under effects or dialogue.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Looks like this guy's also Night Elf, so we should be able to get through the little barrier here. Ah, my mount is too tall. It's so annoying. Stun these. Oh, this DK is popping off. Okay. Just ate both soul splits and died immediately.
Shockwave.
Yeah, this debuff increases your damage taken by 40% if you have both stacks of it, so kind of imperative that it gets dispelled, and this guy's just not dispelling it.
Shockwave.
Oh, and the healer's offline now. Alright. What DPS rips threat? Frost DK can if they're bursting, but that's not like nothing new to DK. I haven't seen a lot of others ripping threat. I think tank damage is in a pretty good spot right now. This group's just disbanding. Give it another go. Yeah, the first healer was dispelling as soon as those stacks went up and I had no problems living. And that guy just wasn't doing it, which 40% more damage is pretty wild. Yeah, I think if I look at the, I don't know how good of an example these will be, but like on Ingram Malik the first time around I was doing 566k single target, and like threat was not a problem at all. I mean, threat's usually only a problem on pull. Alright, this shaman's at least done this key, hopefully he knows what to do. Let's see, did I reset it? I think I did. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't run into too many threat problems yet. I would wager the usual offenders are going to be a problem if anyone is, which would be like DK and Warrior. Like if you have a Fury Warrior popping off. Or especially a Frost DK like going in full ham. Like that could be a problem. Let's see. We'll see if this guy stays. He was in the group that disbanded the first time there. He might just leave immediately, I don't know. People are funny on beta. There's probably not that many groups actually trying to run right now. Well, it's not too bad for Monday night. Affliction Warlock. Why not? Well, I don't know. I don't know how good F's single target damage is. Since this is a 10, we have both Fortified and Tyrannical. This guy's name is Gucci Socks. That's funny. Balanced Druid. I've not heard good things about Balanced Druids. The only one that I played with, I out DPS'd as the tank, so I don't know if that's a great sign. Feral, on the other hand, is doing pretty good from what I've seen. I mean, he's done a +8. course, you could have done that as resto. There's no way to tell from the default UI. I feel like with 10s it's probably more important to just get someone who's going to know the dungeon. And he's done it on a 6. Let's just take the druid. We'll take our verse buff. Also use a druid, so that means you can open up the shortcuts and the checkpoints and everything. Which is a little bit important in this place. Get some good buff synergy for our melee here. Just waiting on our paladin here. Make sure he's actually paying attention. There we go. That's still so loud. Why is that sound so loud? Ugh. Maybe it's Debian making it loud. That could be the case. Alright, third time's a charm. Even though technically this is fourth time. Third group though. Third group's a charm. There we go. Oh, this mount is too tall, I forgot. That's okay, because I want to wait a second anyway. Whew. These guys are popping. Reflected the first soul split. I'm not getting dispelled, but I'm not in danger yet, so 2 stacks I probably will be though. Okay, that time we got dispelled. Good, good, good. Good sign for the dungeon. I gotta remember to use Demolish, like, on cooldown. It hits too hard, and I want to actually test how much damage I can do with it, so...
Shockwave.
I'm just thinking, I don't believe we have a way to get past... Invis... Check if people have Invis spots, because I think I do. I thought I did. Guess I don't. Alright, just kill. Alright, here we go. We're just going.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
I guess when you have a group doing this much damage, you can just kill all the trash, doesn't matter. Maybe.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
This is a nasty pack to have to play through, but we did it. That's a very encouraging sign. Get our stat shroom here.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Oh boy. Got those nice and lined up there.
Watch your feet.
Let's try to stay in the healing range as much as we can. Help our lovely shaman healer out. Oh boy. Getting these both at the same time.
Watch your feet.
That's a good healer who can get you through that. Tell you what.
Watch your feet.
He's gonna need some mana before we pull the boss though. For sure.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
Mana. Hopefully he's drinking already. Yep. Let's make sure no one else pulls while he's getting his mana back up. Alright, he says he's ready.
Interrupt. Shockwave. Watch your step. Interrupt. Shockwave. AOE incoming. Watch your step. Fear incoming.
Gonna need a ranged kick on that guy.
Interrupt.
This guy should almost be down now.
Watch your step.
So I don't want to use Demolish quite yet, but... Alright, wait till that buff goes out. There we go. 10 million crit. Not quite 10, but 9 point something. Let's go. That is exactly what I'm looking like. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Interrupt.
Just to try and get a gauge on the power Colossus could have on this fight and in this dungeon.
Shockwave. Watch your step. Interrupt.
DPS all bumping. Yeah, I'm very impressed by this druid too.
Shockwave. Incoming.
Like, I'd heard bad things about balance, and this guy is definitely carrying his share of the load.
Watch your step. Interrupt. Shockwave.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna get a huge demolish here. 14 million damage. Oh, I love it. I love it. We had Demo Shout and Avatar up for that one, plus 10 stacks, plus the boss debuff. And now we should definitely be able to finish off the boss here.
Interrupt. Shockwave.
Yeah, that was a very good kill. One sec here. Gotta turn off the baby monitor. Yeah, that was a really good kill. Really happy with how this group is performing. Yeah, let's just I probably made the wrong decision about which direction to take these guys, but I did not see which direction she went first. Looks like no one else is paying attention either. It's this way. She went left. That missed word is kind of annoying. Like, you gotta be paying attention to which direction you move these guys in. I believe that's a new ability compared to Shadowlands. They really beefed up the defenders here.
Interrupt.
So when we lose blood and not prot, what is your blood boil equivalent? Thunderclap? Yeah, Thunderclap is pretty close. It's like your AoE threat generator. It's up a lot more often than blood boil is, though. Like, blood boil is like a 10-second cooldown or something. I know you have 2 charges of it. Thunderclap is like very, very quick. But it's your AoE kind of generic ability. See, this is supposed to be overall. Yeah, AoE equivalent. Yeah. You also have Revenge as Prot, which is like a frontal, but it's a rage spender. So there's not really a one-to-one for that for blood. I guess it's in a similar position to Heartstrike, but like Rage and Rage is more equivalent to runic power than runes, so Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no problem. You also get free procs of revenge, so I don't know. When you try to do like a one-to-one comparison on everything for tanks, it kind of breaks down. But Thunderclap is definitely what you hit to like hold threat in AoE situations. And it does apply one of your bleeds as well, so which I guess is kind of similar to Blood Boil applying Blood Plague. So many blood words for blood DKs. Yeah, it's this one. This will be the Matriarch.
Watch your step. Pull lads out. Watch your step.
Thank you for understanding. I was wondering about the AoE threat generating to be able to warrior. Yeah, no problem.
Watch
Yeah,
your
I played
step.
a fair amount of Blood DK. It's going to be my second character in War Within.
Pull lads out.
And it was my main in Season 3 of Dragonflight, so I'm pretty familiar with that spec as well.
Watch your step.
I'm going to have to use Shield Wall here. 5 stacks of that Armor Crunch. I'm going to wait for that. We'll just pop last stand. I probably should have waited for that to drop off. Oh man, that's hurting so much. I was hoping so. Found my channel searching for blood content. Nice. Yeah, we'll be putting in plenty of time on blood once the expansion launches. Oh no. Sorry, should have waited. For debuff. A full wipe is not great with this affix. Challenger's Peril there. I need a kite. I need a kite. I got nothing. I got nothing. Need big heals. Oh boy, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Jeez. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. And the paladin left. Well. Hey, soul with the dead joke. What do sprinters eat before a race? This is appropriate Olympic timing. Nothing. They fast. That's a good one. I'm gonna have to tell my dad that one. Alright, maybe we need to try a different dungeon. Yeah, we have lots of dad jokes in this stream. If that's not your thing, then, well, I do apologize a little bit. But not enough to stop telling them. Apparently I had some cloth boots. Alright, let's try a different dungeon here. Batol. I like that place. Keep it at 10. See what happens. Things were going so well until that last pack there. That double tank buster. I really should have waited for the debuff from the dragon to go in. There's like 9 seconds left on it. These guys got some matching names. Or the hunter named Melee Brain. Alright, we're taking these two. That's too good. Take the shaman. Yeah, let's get this mage. Change up the comp a little bit. Give our healer a little more int. Always a good thing to do. Let's see, did I remember to repair my gear? I think I did. Yeah, full durability. Alright, let's buff everybody. God, that ready check sound is so loud. I need to like figure out how to turn that down because that's just driving me nuts.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. AOE incoming. Watch your step. Watch your step.
Well, let's get back to make sure nobody gets knocked off.
Watch your step. Incoming. Knocking back.
Did I find any blood content tonight? We could do a blood key after this one. I'd be down for that. I was trying to get a little bit more feel for how Colossus is going to be in different dungeons. I mean, maybe not different dungeons necessarily, but
Watch your feet.
I'm planning to make a video after stream tonight on the Prot Warrior hero talents. So I want to have a little bit more, like a little bit of a refresh on Colossus because I haven't played it in a little while. I've been enjoying Mountain Thane too much, but I feel like I'm getting there now for sure. So we can do some blood stuff. I mean, this is like, we've been playing it for like an hour and a half in keys now, so, or however long I've been live. Yeah, about an hour and a half. So I feel like I've got enough on it that I can say what I want to say.
AOE incoming. Watch your step. Watch your step. AOE incoming. Watch your step. Watch your step. AOE incoming.
Kill some drugs, just cuz.
AOE incoming. Watch your step. Watch your step. AOE incoming. Watch your step.
Didn't realize that guy was still up all the way back there. Oops.
AOE incoming. AOE incoming.
Yeah, this is a pretty gnarly pack here.
AOE incoming. Watch your step. AOE incoming.
Nice ring piece. That was beautiful.
Breath incoming.
Let's see. Outside is clear. Or at least this outside lane.
Watch your step.
Opposite one.
Defensive. Breath Breath incoming.
All the way over again. I like that they at least give you a lot of time to get to the right spot. Like, when this place first,
Defensive.
first was added to the rotation, like, first of all, like, the mechanic was just way harder, but also there was, like, almost no reaction time, it felt like. They definitely give you enough now. Especially if you can cheat and heroic leap to the right spot.
Defensive. Breath incoming.
We're in the right spot.
Watch your step. Defensive. Breath incoming.
Wonder, does he do that like at certain percentages, or is it because it seems like he's just kind of chain casting it? Or maybe it's just supposed to be like throughout the whole fight.
Defensive.
I don't know, he's not too hard. Once you figure out what you're looking for with that ground mechanic, or I guess it's not a ground mechanic, but once you figure out what you're trying to look for on the ground, that fight's not too bad.
Interrupt.
I hate this room so much. The patrolling boss.
AOE incoming.
Am I line of setting the healer here? Trying to pull back. Goes boss. See, they might actually be able to. Yep, see, the boss got pulled in there. Exactly what we don't want to have happen.
AOE incoming.
Alright, I can cheat the run back a little bit, I think. Maybe. Come on, don't no path available me. Oh, that's so lame. Oh, now okay, there we go. We just need to not be on the bridge. I think these guys kept the ads in combat, so should be able to run an AoE taunt.
AOE incoming.
Ooh, reflected that Shadow Flame Slash. There's so many good uses of Spell Reflect in Season 1 dungeons. One of the biggest things I'm looking forward to. Alright, we should have enough room to do the boss now. Hopefully. So you want me to reset the boss? Guess so. Guess not.
Shockwave.
Thought you wanted a reset. Miscommunication there. That was my bad.
Defensive.
Could have been worse. Maybe not a lot, but...
Run.
Okay, now I gotta run away.
Shockwave.
Good bait there.
Defensive. Run.
Have to be really, really careful about the pack here. Community Google Docs, but we can't reflect defect should be updated before the season. Yeah. Okay, this could be really bad. Finish up boss. This mage is not happy about the boss pull there. That's a major miscommunication though. Nefarious is finding that. It was nice to know which were most effective with it. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna time this one. Maybe. I don't know, the 15-second death penalty hurts a lot. We're gonna pull this pack here. That curse is still busted. Theoretically, we have 2 people who should be able to clear it. Yeah, the Spell Reflect Dock is awesome. Please tell me I only pulled the Lava Bender.
Shockwave.
This guy is brutal.
Watch your step.
Caused a lot of interesting speculation of the 15-second death penalty.
AOE incoming.
Think some plus will be coming by doing things clean instead of only speed. I think that's what they're trying to do too, right? I mean, they specifically said like they want people to demonstrate mastery over dungeons. Like that was part of the reason for it. Which I'm all for. Like, I don't know. Sometimes it's really stressful trying to pull like 4 packs because that's the only way you can actually time stuff. These guys are a little annoyed with pulling slow here, but jump out so that guy's enrage resets. I don't know why these guys keep saying like all the question marks. They want a bigger pull, we can do a bigger pull here. Well, we got the Warlocks from behind too, nice. Okay. Now we've got the healing absorb curse on everybody. Nice. And I'm dead. Alright, I don't know what these guys want from me. Yeah, I've kind of mixed feelings about it. Like, doing big pulls is fun. But keys are also like... Yeah, we're just gonna wipe here. It's like... There has to be a choke point in Mythic Plus at some point, right? Either you're not timing the key because they want me to be a demigod, obviously. Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair expectations. Like, there has to be a choke point. Either the timer has to be tight, and so you have to, like, figure out how to deal with everything within the timer, or, you know, we get to the point where we were for most of Dragonflight, which is, like, there's just tons of one-shots. I feel like you just kind of have to pull this, because it gets face-pulled every time, but... I don't know, we'll try just pulling these guys and see what happens behind us. Yep. They might even be linked. Or like in rare occasions you'll have a boss that just has like kind of a soft enrage that you can't beat at certain key levels, but like something has to give eventually. This is still Colossus, yeah. So for a while it's been like surviving one-shots has been the thing that prevents you from timing keys, right? Or that prevents the people pushing like super high keys from timing. Like, timers have been pretty generous in Dragonflight, and I think a clever, like the 15-second death penalty is a clever way to counteract that a little bit. Would Mountain Thane be faring any better? It's hard to say. Like, the things that we've been wiping to have been kind of like bad pulls, which I don't think is a Mountain Thane or Colossus issue.
Shockwave.
Like we wiped there because we pulled 3 packs instead of 1.
Watch your step.
And like 3 packs. So like there's these warlock mobs in this dungeon
AOE incoming.
that do a heal absorb. That absorbs like 4 million healing or something outrageous. And
Shockwave.
we pulled 2 packs that had multiple, so we ended up with that on the entire group. And then it was just like, you can dispel it with the decurse, but you don't have enough decurses at that point, you know. Yeah, we're gonna be over the timer in here for sure. Oh, that was a weird camera thing.
Shockwave. Watch your step. Shockwave.
If anything, I think,
Watch your step.
hey, I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher this name. Kadal Troska, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Really appreciate it. If anything, I think Colossus might have a little bit more tankiness than Mountain Thane. Because it's got like, there's one talent node that gives you 15% more absorption on Ignore Pain.
Interrupt.
It gives you just like passive damage reduction in a couple of spots, so. It's got some things that make it tankier.
Shockwave. Watch your step.
It also encourages you to use Execute
Shockwave.
and Revenge a little bit more, so there's temptation to be less tanky there. Corks TV, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate the follows over on Twitch.
Watch your step. Incoming. Shockwave.
There's a healing potion there.
Shockwave.
These guys are brutal. Well, nobody's left yet, so kind of happy about that. Appreciate the Twitch follows, everybody. Thank you for those. Almost facepalled that. Hopefully our mage is just waiting for a res and not going offline on us. So these lava benders, when they reach, I think it's like 40 or 50%, they do like an enrage that's pretty brutal.
Shockwave.
Okay. All right, let's reset the boss here.
Shockwave.
That'll allow us to res after we kill this guy.
Watch your step. AOE incoming. Shockwave.
Seems our mage just ate the first frontal there. I mean, you can't really do anything about that, right? But yeah, once these guys get to, I think it's like 40 or 50% health, they just enrage and start doing insane damage.
Shockwave.
Nom nom, tasty frontals, yeah. Don't eat the frontals, kids. Alright, this boss isn't too bad, hopefully. So we'll do this invocation of Shadow Flame, and there'll be an ad that spawns. It's spawning right underneath him, which is not exactly what you always want to see. Basically, you kill the ad before it reaches the person that it's targeting, or it blows up the whole group. In phase 2, he'll summon 2 of those, so that's fun to deal with. I also made the discovery one time that if you charge the ad before it has a target, sometimes it'll just blow up. I don't know if that's a bug or not, but just something to be careful of. And this boss gets down to 1 health, and then he goes and jumps on a dragon. You have to take the dragon to 50% to defeat the encounter. And this dragon was a boss in Cataclysm, like an actual raid boss too, so kind of a neat little lore tidbit. So he's gonna summon 1 in the corner back there, and then another over here. They're not always on opposite sides of the room, but you need to be very, very careful about those. The other thing the boss does in this phase is he puts a slow on people. So if the slow is on the same person that those ads are fixating, sorry about that, it can be pretty brutal. And these tornadoes are actually kind of annoying to dodge. Everything is fairly straightforward though, right? Like the ads have a line on their target, so just don't let them run to you. There's also like a frontal and a knockback. So there's kind of a lot going on. For the amount of mechanics that it has, it feels simpler than it actually is though. Assume the ads can be death gripped, so A-bomb and Minkle Stroll here. Yeah, well, if you are a DPS TK and you have one of the ads on you and you grip it, then that is hard trolling. If you're the tank and you grip them away from the people that they're targeting, then that's not so bad. Well, you can also get knocked off the edge with that if you're not being careful. Demolish feels so good on spots like that where it just like obliterates a mechanic. Alright, easy boss. This is a pretty brutal pull here. There's just a lot going on with the trash in this place. So this guy, the Twilight Enforcer, he has an enrage effect that stacks every time he melees you. It basically increases his attack speed, stacking up to 10 times. So you can't just, you have to like run away and kite eventually. Or stun it. This pull also has some of the warlocks that do the crazy heal absorb. Like you can see it's like absorbing 4 million healing and it's already had some healed off of it. They nerfed that and it still absorbs that much healing. And there's just like shadow flame frontals going all over. This bull is pretty nasty.
Knocking back.
This knockback hits you even if you're outside of that radius, by the way. So don't try to be cute with that. If you get knocked into the pit here, you immediately die. And I think you're out of range of any res as well, so.
Knocking back.
I think you can line of sight that around this like corner in the alcove here though, but these guys aren't trying to do that. These things do like a AoE explosion when they die that increases your damage shaken. I think it's just 1% per stack. No, they buffed it. It's 5% per stack. Might just be shadow damage. Yeah, it's just shadow damage, so. These ads are part of the boss fight too, so you gotta be really, really careful.
Watch your step.
I think we're gonna need to go back and kill some more trash, which is unfortunate. I feel like we didn't really skip anything. Skipped like 2 packs in the big room the second boss is in.
Watch your step.
Which I guess technically is something.
Watch your step.
Let's make sure I grab aggro on this thing.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Yeah, deaths definitely hurt the timer so much more with this
Watch your
affix.
step.
Oh. Charged in too soon. Got him seed.
Watch your step.
Kind of just comical at this point. Not the best key we've had. Ooh, there's a checkpoint at this boss now too. That's actually huge. Previously there was only a checkpoint at the second boss. So runbacks were particularly brutal there. Got these peeps that stuck around, especially the Flaming Mage Ruler. Yeah. Yeah, good on them for sticking this through for sure. There's a lot of people on beta who just like bail at the first sign of trouble, which like this whole thing is supposed to be a learning and testing experience, you know.
Watch your step.
Yeah, so these swirlies don't do damage, they mind control you. So don't get hit by those.
Watch your step.
Alright. On to last boss. Still need 5% trash.
Watch your step.
This
Find
boss
shelter.
is kind of a nightmare. We have a pretty bad group for it too, because we don't have anything that we can clear the tentacles with. I guess the hunter could Hunter could immune and then clear some if he wanted to, but oh, I almost got knocked into some. Now I almost charged back into another one.
Watch your step. Find shelter.
Have to be very carefully here. Oh boy. They're going to be all over the middle of our spot here.
Defensive. Watch your step. Find shelter.
Oh jeez. Can't really see where it's closing in on yet. Okay, right here, right here. Oh man. Oh, I'm standing in the shadow. Oops.
Defensive. Watch your step. Find shelter.
Okay. Okay, we ran into a tentacle. I couldn't see it though, it was under the boss. That's not fair. No. We still need 5% trash too. Like, the only thing I skipped was one of the side packs and one of the middle packs in this room. We did everything else straight through. Feels really, really bad that that doesn't count as, like, doing enough trash. I'll have to submit some feedback for that. Alright, make sure our mage is here. And here we go.
Watch your step. Find
That thing
shelter.
also just does a lot of damage up front, man. Alright, looks like we're actually going this way. On the safe spot.
Defensive. Watch your step.
We lost our hunter and our mage. That's not good.
Find shelter.
That's really bad. Okay. This fight is so... Ugh. Alright, we should just, This fight is just terrible. I think the first set of tentacles should go away when the next one shows up. Yeah, and there goes the mage. Alright. Ugh, I got something in my eye. Okay, well I feel like that was some good testing on Colossus. Like, it gives you huge damage on revenge. Demolish does a ton of damage too. We had a 14 million crit of it in Mist of Tyrna Scythe. Yeah, that's wild. Demolish is huge. I think, like, honestly, both warrior trees are in a really, really good spot. I'm really happy with how both of them feel to play. Let's do some DK testing by popular demand, by request. Hop over to the DK. I think I need to import weak auras here, so let me pull those up real quick. I have everything set up on my retail characters, but I have not done DK weak auras on the beta yet, so borrow them from Mr. Luxthos. Hopefully this doesn't break anything. Should be fine. And we'll just make them a little smaller. 75 should be good. A little bit of lag while the import finishes. Alright, let's grab a key and do some testing here. Batol. Let's change that. Let's do Siege of Boralus. See if we actually get people signing up for this. Oh, we have to select Mythic Plus. Alright, I think we're gonna play Deathbringer. I think this is the talents I want to go with, though. I need to get homeostasis, though. We'll just drop core fiends. Yeah, this might not be the most popular dungeon to test. If don't signs up in a couple minutes, we'll switch it to something else. Let's see, am I missing anything in my tree that I really need to have? Feels weird not taking Sanguine Ground, but I think we're gonna avoid it for now. Umbilicus more prevalent than Bloodshot. I mean, it's just a good safety net, right? Umbilicus has pretty good synergy with Sand Lane, because you're incentivized to be in Vamp Blood a lot more often with Sand Lane. And I feel like if you're playing Improved Vampiric Blood, then like Umbilicus just gets more and more value. If you have a lot of mastery, Bloodshot gets a lot of value though, but like if you don't have super high uptime on Blood Shield, then it's kind of eh. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe people don't want to play Siege of Boralus. It's also a weird hour to be on the beta right now, like there's not even that many keys up right now. Let's see. I need to do some testing with some of the new dungeons later this week. Here we go, we'll take these guys. Like, I'm obviously really confident with, like, Mist, Necrotic Wake, even Siege of Boralus. I played that a lot in BFA, and to a lesser extent, Grim Batol. But, like, I haven't done a ton of the new dungeons. I know Stone Vault felt brutal when I was testing it. Arakara, the last boss, is pretty rough. And, like, City of Threads and Dawnbreaker, I feel like I don't even know the route. I don't even know where to go for half the stuff. I have gone all the way through Dawnbreaker. I did City of Threads on Heroic a couple of times when there were no keys up, but I don't feel like that's a really good taste of what the dungeons are actually going to be like. Dawnbreaker was so bad last I heard. It's just, I don't know, they've gone like kind of overboard on the dragon riding in it, I think. So like the adventure guide, the first boss has like, you know, on if you played in Dragonflight, you know Tendril has like the Dragonflight mid fight. This boss has the same thing. She'll like start casting, I think it's Collapsing Night. Or maybe it's Darkness Comes. Yeah, it's this one. And then you have to basically dragon ride to get off the ship, and then you have to come back and land. So that is kind of annoying right off the start. The second boss, getting to the second boss is kind of annoying. Like the routing in this place is kind of, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like you start on a ship, so that part is kind of okay, but then like you have to dragon ride around this city. You have to kill 3 mini bosses that patrol around while the boss is also patrolling around. Or I guess the mini bosses don't patrol; they're in set locations. But the boss is patrolling around, and if you don't kill the mini bosses before, then it's like it's GG. And then there's like tons and tons and tons of trash in the city that you have to like pull a lot of, but you don't want to pull everything, and you don't want to do like accidental double or triple pulls. And then the last boss is... It's got some cool mechanics, but it's kind of pug unfriendly. This like rolling acid thing is actually a really cool mechanic. It's a really cool way to do like a dodge zone type thing, but I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It puts like a line on you with like waves going in one direction. You want to move in that direction because that's the direction it's gonna like spray in. So you want to give your party more room to be on the other side of you. If you've seen people doing the boss, then like it's pretty clear what you need to do. But you also have to dragon ride in the middle of this boss too, which I don't know. I don't like having to dragon ride in combat. I think it just feels cheesy. Rolling acid being a private aura is interesting. I don't think this is the worst private aura. I'm not sure. I don't like private auras in general. I think they're kind of a lazy solution to like the problem of mechanics being presented in a way that's unintuitive in WoW. Like if mechanics were easy to do, or at least easy to understand, we wouldn't need weak auras to tell us what to do with them, right? And sure, like using a weak aura would optimize things a little bit. But if you saw like, okay, this color swirly means I need to get out, and it's very clear where it is and where the line is that I need to get out. And like, oh, this color swirly means I need to soak, and it's very clear where I need to stand to soak it. And oh, this like line means the wave through the room is going this way, and I need to stand here to avoid it. Like if those things were clear, like they are in other games, then like you wouldn't need weak auras to solve them. So implementing private auras is like, it's recognizing that weak auras are important, but it's like the exact wrong solution to the problem, in my opinion. This is all opinion. Maybe we need to change up what key this is. It's been only 2 people that have queued up, and they are both in the group now. You guys want to change what dungeon we're doing? Oh, wait, hold on. We got a warlock. We'll take the warlock. Just need a healer now. I don't know if changing the dungeon would make a healer join faster. Crossing my fingers for this blood content. Oh, we'll do a blood key for sure. I just think I might need to change what dungeon it is if we don't get any healers queuing up. This is a weird thing to complain about, but I wish Blood didn't have so many good talents. Because it makes trying to get Gorfien's Grasp with Tightening Grasp really, really hard. And I know I shouldn't complain. I'm saying this kind of tongue-in-cheek, but like, it feels like every talent point that you're picking up in a tree like this is just so valuable. Giving them up for this utility is just hard. Like, this is probably one you could give up. But this gives you a ton of your damage. maybe Relish in Blood. But I don't know, like, I want Rapid Decomposition, because this has such good synergy with the Deathbringer tree. Yeah, there's not clear talents that you can give up to get this utility. Kinda sucks. I thought Sanguine Ground beats Bloodied Blade in all counts. Maybe it does. I mean, the problem is, like, I want to play Ironheart, and I can't get to that without taking Bloody Blade or one of these. I don't know, maybe it's better to play Sanguine Ground, and then that gives you an extra point. I haven't looked too much at, like, the guides for Blood Decay yet. Mostly just kind of feely crafting it on my own right now. Alchemy gives you and us some different perspective, for sure. I don't know if it's the correct perspective. I mean, Bloody Blade, let's see. Like, this gives you increased strength as you parry, which is really good in Mythic Plus, right? Because you parry a lot when you're fighting multiple mobs. You get a free Heart Strike, increase your strength by 10%. I don't know. I feel like Sanguine Ground is kind of annoying too, because it just ties you more to your Death and Decay. Like, you're already somewhat tied to it with Cleaving Strikes, but at least this gives you some leeway. Like, you have it for 4 seconds after you move out of it. And really, like, I don't know. Bonus strength versus like 6% more damage and 5% more healing taken. It's not that big of a deal. Where are all the healers at? There's 4 keys listed right now. Yeah, we're getting into that window where it's like, it's too early for a lot of EU players, but it's like way too late for most NA players. Thing is, Bloody Blade has some ICD for the stacking bit. That makes sense, and I wish they would tell you that stuff on the tooltip. But even then, if you're averaging like let's say you're averaging 2 to 3% strength, plus you spike up to 10% strength. I don't know, that's not a huge difference. You also get free Heart Strikes from this, which gives you runic power. This gives you no runic power. I mean, banking runic power is definitely less important than it used to be with the Death Strike changes, but I'm still not going to say no to free runic power. Unless it just, like, the free Heart Strike doesn't give you runic power because it's not consuming runes, which would feel awful. But that wouldn't be unusual, I guess. feel like we're just eternally waiting for healers on beta. See if these guys want to change dungeons, see if we can get a healer to queue. Guys aren't even saying anything. Yeah, maybe we should change dungeons. Or at least do the old delist relist. Just waiting on a healer. I have to say, the horses that can, I guess it's skywriting now, the horses that can dragon ride are pretty funny. I'm a bloody KY healer. That's a good point. That's a fair point. I mean, I'm kind of just assuming that the warlock and mage would like to have a healer. The characters will be deleted when beta ends. Yeah, that's what they do every time. So you don't get too attached to your beta characters. They're just for testing stuff. Live characters remain though. We'll still have our live characters. Ask that shot me to heal always goes well. I don't do that generally because I don't like being asked to heal if I'm not queued up as healer. Like if he wanted to heal, he would offer, or What if he queued up his heals to begin with? We could ask in chat, I guess. Maybe someone's just sitting around. I don't know, there's not even that many people in Orgrimmar. We will find a healer eventually, chat. Maybe. Hopefully we found one before I need to go to bed. We have faith. We must maintain our faith. If we have enough faith, maybe that'll attract a healer. What? I don't know what these are from, but I will accept them. Ooh, we got avoidance on these shoulders. Let's just slap that on. Why not? Come on, we have some avoidance now. That should get us a healer, right? They'll have to heal 1% less AoE damage on me. Wow, they're really good at avoidance, didn't they? There's a group that just needs a tank trying to do Stone Vault. Stone Vault's pretty rough though. Oh, we got an evoker. Please, yes, let's go. All right. No guarantees for how this dungeon's gonna go, but we're gonna give it our best. We're gonna give it our best. Hopefully, it lasts longer than it took us to fill the group. Oh, I don't have any flasks or anything. That, yeah, we're gonna go grab flasks and stuff before we, start. Files and potions. Let's give me 50 of these. Give me 200 of these. All right, we'll just go with that. Hopefully Johnny here didn't AFK. I am actually going to grab some water real quick. I will be right back in like 15 seconds, chat. Okay, maybe a little bit longer than 15 seconds. Maybe 20. Alright. Everybody's ready? Let's throw the key in.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I should have grabbed health stones. I didn't even think about that. Oh well, I'll drop them again at some point. Somehow that did not proc Purgatory.
Shockwave.
Somehow, someway, that did not proc Purgatory.
Whirlwind. Shockwave. Pulling in. Whirlwind. Shockwave.
Oh. Don't want to do that. Oh, got rescued up. Nice.
Pulling in. Whirlwind.
I'm just realizing I need to disable this action bar that's messing with all my weak auras. I was wondering why it looks so ugly.
Whirlwind.
Nope. Options. Action bars. 6. Uncheck. Also, options, combat, personal resource. There we go.
Shockwave. 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 Shockwave.
This might have been a little much.
Shockwave. Pulling in. Whirlwind.
Do I prefer not running consumption?
Shockwave. Pulling in.
Generally, yeah. I liked consumption a lot in the little bit of blood that I did play in Legion, but
Shockwave. Pulling in. Whirlwind. Pulling in. Whirlwind.
I don't know why these guys didn't release.
Whirlwind.
Well, that was kind of a wild pull, but back then I didn't give the dot buff. That's true. The dot buff does have good synergy with both hero talent trees.
Shockwave.
I don't know. I'm a little bit rusty on Blood Decay right now, so I'm trying to keep things like a little bit chill.
Shockwave.
I've been doing like weekly stuff on it on live.
Pulling in. Whirlwind. Pulling in. Whirlwind.
Am I running Wither away right now? I think so. Yeah. It's like it would have synergy.
Pulling in. Whirlwind.
Well, I've done a lot more testing on Sand Lane because most of my Blood Decay testing was before the Sand Lane nerfs. I don't know how much that changes whether you want to run consumption or not, but
Shockwave. Whirlwind.
Blood Decay does feel so good though.
Shockwave. Pulling in. Whirlwind. Shockwave.
That guy just totally ate the boss. My understanding is consumption is currently bugged and makes the plague tick faster than intended. I personally love it, just fix the runes. What do you think of Gorfine's baseline? I kind of do too. Like, and on the one hand, I definitely don't want to play something that's bugged because I don't want to get used to a bugged play style.
Pulling in.
Oh, don't run yourself into the bomb, dude. Okay, relatively smooth boss kill. Still got a Void Emissary up.
Interrupt.
Gorfie's nice, but honestly, haven't you really need an extra AoE stop? I mean, A-bomb, step and grip, single target stun, AoE stop, some control. That's true. DK does have a lot of single target control. I think the nice thing about it though is just being able to get every mob stacked up onto a single point immediately. Like, that's something that, like, when it's good to be able to do that, it is almost irreplaceably good to be able to do that, right? Now, most of the time you can get stuff all clumped up pretty closely with just your 2 charges of normal grip. But there are definitely fights where, like, Gorfiends would have been really nice to have. And the AoE silence would have made it just, like, insane. I'm thinking, like, if you had the AoE silence grip on Farak. Like, oh man, that would have been nice. Necessary? No. Nice? Absolutely. But then again, like, that's a place where, like, if it's really that good in a specific scenario, you can figure out how to get it. Still wouldn't want to do it for, like, again, Blood's Tree is just so good. Like, you're giving up something really, really good to get it.
Interrupt.
I don't think I've got the Frostbound. Oops. Like, right here, having Gorfien's Grasp would be really, really nifty. Granted, I was pretty liberal with my D&Ds and grips heading into this, so... The immediate attack was super slowed. Talent for D&D. Yeah, that's true.
Watch your step.
Don't stand in that.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
I don't know if it's a dungeon diff, but Blood just feels so unbelievably chill. Which it hasn't always, for sure. No, slow the boss.
Shockwave. Watch your step. Shockwave.
This is the first time I've done this boss since that change, or since they changed it to not be energy based, to be time based.
Watch your step.
Not sure how I feel about that clear the deck change. Send it, please. Oh, come on.
Shockwave.
Or maybe it's massive bombardment. Whatever it was that put all the swirlies on the ground. I don't really like that during this phase. I feel like this has enough.
Shockwave.
Maybe it doesn't have enough going on. I don't know. It's just annoying. Like, you already have to slow the boss or she jumps around all over the place. I definitely like the change of her only jumping to the boat twice. And not,
Shockwave.
based on energy.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step.
Doesn't this fight have enough to dodge though? Like, we really need all this extra.
Shockwave.
Oh, okay, we just lost, everyone but me and the healer. I guess I should get someone up.
Watch
Can't
your
get anyone up, okay.
Shockwave.
Okay, healer's dead now.
Shockwave. Watch your step. Watch your step. Shockwave.
Is it faster to finish off the boss myself? If I even can on a 10 tyrannical? I mean, I gotta try, right?
Shockwave. Watch your step. Shockwave.
Well, I don't think I can take out the,
Watch your step.
affix mob on my own. So that's a problem.
Shockwave. Watch your step. Shockwave. Watch your step. Shockwave.
Zalatat, stop. Go away. Knock it off.
Shockwave. Watch your step. Shockwave.
Love this.
Watch
I don't know if my party does, but I have a beer rest now. I feel like I should save it. The boss is at like 1%.
Shockwave. Watch your step.
Blood in a nutshell. Oh, that was not fair.
Shockwave.
Alright, that felt good. That felt really good. That probably cost us the timer, but you know, sometimes you just got to remind everyone why blood decay is blood decay.
Shockwave.
Damn right, yeah.
Fear incoming. Interrupt. Shockwave.
Definitely feels a lot more difficult to do that with the death strike changes. But I mean, still being able to solo a boss from 20 to 0 is feels really good.
Interrupt.
Hopefully Blizzard doesn't see that clip and nerf us.
Shockwave.
Clip deleted.
Fear incoming.
We're just gonna Lichborn this.
Shockwave.
Man, I do stuff like that and it's like, maybe I do want to play Blood Decay a little bit more. Prot Warrior's fun, but like, Prot wouldn't be able to do 20 seconds of that.
Interrupt.
And this is a +10, you know, it's not a low key or anything.
Shockwave. Fear incoming. Shockwave.
Didn't even mean to pull that group.
Interrupt. Fear incoming. Shockwave.
Oh. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay running into one of those banana peels. We're gonna be pretty far over count for this place, but that's alright.
Interrupt.
Is that follower count goal on Twitch? Yeah, that's my follower count goal for right now on Twitch. We're very, very close to it, as you can see. Outer Demon, thank you for the follow. That was you, Luis, over on YouTube. Thank you very much. One away from that follower goal now. Oh, our Warlock went offline. They were online earlier in this bowl, so hopefully they come back. I really, really like that they made this boss not Pat.
Interrupt.
I am like 100,000% against patting bosses.
Run out.
Pretty much in all cases.
Interrupt.
Like, I think there was a time where like having to pull around a boss that's patrolling around the room was challenging, but it's just annoying these days. I think it's really highlighted in some of the dungeons this season, but there's a little bit of hope with them changing this one to not do that. Said both of your names correctly. Well, I can't promise I'll always do that, but I'm very, very happy that I did. I try my best. Yeah, it's not looking good for this Warlock coming back.
Run out. Interrupt.
Well, we might be able to finish this dungeon without the warlock. We'll see if these guys want to. I would kind of like to see the boss. I haven't done this boss since the change to make extra waves come through. And the last boss is like so much better than a BFA now. We'll ask them. I don't want to make people do something with 4 if they don't want to. We got a why not. I just want to try this boss. Right on.
Watch your step. Shockwave. Find shelter.
Okay, so there's another set of waves. I'm guessing they come in from a different direction. Oh yeah, they do. Oh yeah, they do. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Yeesh. So
Watch your step.
that was rough.
Shockwave.
I wonder if they may need to rethink that mechanic, because that was
Watch your step. Find shelter.
okay.
Shockwave.
Because there was like no reaction time for that one that came in behind us.
Watch your step.
So we have 2 B-reses, so let's get this guy up.
Shockwave. Watch your step. Find shelter.
Okay, so right here for this one. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be okay.
Watch your step.
Dude, they need to have like 2 seconds delay between those. That's just brutal. Alright, that double wave that is something else. We're gonna portal sweep. Yeah, I think they either need to add more time between those 2 waves or make it so that it can't spawn on opposite sides. Because there's just not enough time to move there. Oh well. Let's see. Yeah, Blood Plague doing top damage as expected there. Reaper's Mark itself did 8%. Exterminate did 7. Wave of Souls did 5. Yeah, this thing does a lot of damage. And then Blood Fever, that's another part of the tree. Feels really good. Blood is awesome. I love blood. I think that is going to do it for stream tonight, folks. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Thanks for the follows on Twitch. Thank everyone who's subbed recently and given us subs both on YouTube and on Twitch, and for all the YouTube members too. Really appreciate everybody. I will be back maybe with another stream tomorrow. I'm not sure. If my guild's just doing like farm raid stuff, then I might not stream that, because I don't know, it's not super interesting, but it is like hard for me to lead that and also chat. So we'll see what the guild's doing. I will let you guys know on the Discord server what the plan is, and I'm gonna make a video after I take a little break here, so be on the lookout for that. We're gonna talk about Prot Warrior hero talents. Maybe we'll make one later this week talking about Blood DK hero talents as well. But until next time, thank you all for hanging out, and I will catch you then. Farewell.